Hello, 1, 2. Is it speaking?
Okay. I don't know if you speak. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear.
Great, great. Good.
Hello. 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 Yeah, I can hear. Great, great.
Yes. Hey. Turn the verse. Boss, no. Boss, go chop.
You have to go.
Oh, no, no. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Those on the call, can you hear us? Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. I can hear you. Can you hear me, please?
Somebody is speaking. Can you increase?
Hello, this is Vida. It's Ankunu, this is Vida. Can you hear me?
Yeah, great, great. You can hear you. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome.
Na yɛbotaa ne sɛ yɛba abɛsua sɛdeɛ yɛkasa yɛbɛtumi agyina nnipa anim ayɛ yɛ adwuma a yɛsɛ yɛyɛ aka akyerɛ nnipa dodoɔ no a yɛn mpaebɔ ne sɛ yɛnhyia mu yi mu bra yɛn mfimfini bɛdi hene wɔ yɛn hyia mu yi mu. Yɛgyae ɔkasafoɔ yɛn nua Jerry ne ɔmogya adehyia no mu sɛ wankasa wobɛuse no asɛ vessel na ɔde na kasa kyerɛ yɛn sɛdeɛ yɛbɛtumi anya ɔpɛpa akokoduro ne tumi na aberɛ ne aberɛ nyinaa yɛgyina nnipa anim a yɛtumi akasa. Yɛbɔ mpaeɛ sɛ obi a yɛsɛ nnɛ dwumadie yi ɔba biara yɛn nuanom a ɛwɔ Jowolo ɔmo a ɛwɔ ha ne ɔmo a ɛwɔ baabi a ɔmo bɛjoin no nyinaa yɛbɔ mpaeɛ sɛ wobɛma yɛn akoma pa na yɛtumi de asua na boa ma yɛ adwuma a yɛyɛ ɛwɔ GMA ne yɛ GMABC ha no atumi akɔ so na hyɛ wo din kronkron ne anuonyam. Yɛda wase yɛnim sɛ aberɛ ne aberɛ nyinaa yɛfrɛ wo a wotie yɛn na woyɛ ma yɛn ɛnɛ nso wobɛyɛ ma yɛn ɛwɔ Nyame Agya Ɔba ne wo kronkron din mu ɛne abɔ mpaeɛ yi. Amen. Amen.
Thank you very much, Obiba. Yes, in fact, he really has to begin to consider that aspect of his life. So we've been asked to proceed a little bit with the interactions because they are still working on some things, behind the scenes. Can we talk about our embarrassing moment or maybe wow moment when it comes to public speaking? If you have a wow moment, share it. If you also had an embarrassing moment, please share with us as well. I'll be starting with you. You have one? Okay.
Okay, so I'm Beauty. I MC for programs. Yes, and I do most interaction in public as well. So I remember one time I was going to MC for someone's wedding. That was my first time actually doing that. And when I got there, I actually learned whatever I had to learn. But the moment I got there, I got nervous. So in my first introduction, I stood there for like 5 minutes and the whole, everyone was just looking at me. So I had to just say something in true for people to laugh. And that was how I was able to break the ice. And then I started it. And at the end of the day, the feedback that was coming, people were like, wow, wow. So I think I did better there. Yes.
All right. I really would have loved to continue with our wow moment and our moment in public speaking, but we'll have to proceed with today's activity because I hear that they are ready for us. So today, a renowned Ghanaian event host, master of ceremonies, moderator, and storyteller. He's a managing director of Domotel Africa. He has a proven track record of working with world leaders, top institutions, and leading brands. Ladies and gentlemen, with a warm round of applause, let's receive Jerry Ajololo.
Thank you, GMA. Good morning to you all joining us live in here and online. Good morning. It's afternoon. La yalla bismillah. That's what happens when your facilitator hasn't had breakfast. Absolutely. But it's a joy to be here. I mean, this place brings back memories. 18 years ago, I used to work at Star Life at the back here. So we used to come to semis. And sometimes we used to come to buy some koliko and something by the side there. Then we'll see the happy guys, Charlie, happy sports, le meilleur, happy sport, exceptionnel. Charlie, you do. Oh. Little did I know that I'll become part of the family, So it's with tremendous joy that I accept this challenge to be a facilitator. By show of hands, let me find out how many of us are engaged in public speaking roles, front-facing public speaking roles. Client executive, okay. All right. How many of us are back office people? Okay. How many of us are in between? We straddle between front-facing and back office. Okay. With one being very afraid of speaking in public and 5 being most confident. Tell me, how would you rate yourselves? 1? How many are in the 1 category? Very afraid. Okay. Oh, very. Hey, you sure? 2? Yes. Okay. So 1 is very afraid, 2 is quite afraid, 3 is shy, 4 is okay, and 5 is confident. So 1, you're 1 to 4. 2, 3, okay, 4, and 5. Okay, okay. Well, the funny thing is based on the platform and based on the occasion, we can be all 5. Trust me, we can be all 5. But I just want to submit to you a conversation that I think we should have, not really a lecture, a conversation on finding your voice. Is the sub theme for my talk on public speaking. I want to speak to you as somebody who has walked your path before. I was once an employee, and I want to really dwell on the impact of public speaking on your career. So hence the theme, finding your voice. Can someone share with me how, in your estimation, what do you think is the importance of finding your voice and speaking well in the corporate environment? Oh, senior. Many of them. What can it do for you?
Go.
How's it going, Carl? Anybody? Yes. So in the corporate environment, of what use is finding your voice and being able to speak, with confidence? Of what use is it?
For me, I think it helps to create opportunities for others, impact, and also you can come up with great ideas that can help the business.
Any other?
So I think when you find your voice, you kind of carve a niche for yourself. So what kind of voice do you want to be identified with? A gender voice, something around children, something around entertainment, or any kind of industry.
Okay.
So if you find your voice in any of these areas and you begin to express yourself there, people will remember that when it comes to this niche, let's talk about somebody like this.
Super.
Yeah.
Super. Let me take 2 more. Our friends online, you can please raise your hand. Are there any participants ready to share their thoughts? Just mention your name and then go forth with your submission. Okay, if you're not ready, yes.
I think Mrs. T has said mine, but I'll still say it because I mean it helps you to have an age and also have become a master of a certain field. When they're looking for a voice to talk about something, they'll mention this person's name. So I think it's very good for you to find your voice and then mastering that field.
Okay, I shall take. There's somebody online. Okay, Vida, Sister Vida,
Yes.
share with us.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So my feedback is, or my response to your question is, it gives you a niche for yourself, like my colleague just said. You are
Okay.
able to be identified with a particular thing. So when it comes to expertise needed in that field, you are the one people called for you to share your opinions or your views on. Thank you.
Lovely. Okay, let me take the last one. The importance of finding your voice in the corporate environment and being able to speak confidently. Senior. Madam. Okay.
Okay, I think it's around the same thing, but I just want to say that it gives you an identity.
Identity.
Yeah.
Okay. You are all circling around a certain concept. Let me share that concept with you through a video, a very short video. Okay, so if we're ready, in 3, 2, 1.
Work for the White House. I don't care who you are, sir. This is a black tie of India. Scotty. Hey, Adrian, I thought you were in India. What's going on? I need your jacket. What? I gotta speak to Ann House. Give me a damn Bugatti, please. Hey, easy. That's a $600 jacket. Mr. Anheuser? Mr. Anheuser? I need to talk to you. Do I know you? Sorry, sir. My name is Dr. Adrian Helmsley. I'm a deputy geologist for the Office of Science and Technology Policy. Excuse me, fellas. You know there was a fundraiser, a frat party, right? It's extremely important, sir. You know what? It always is. Here's what I want you to do. Make an appointment with my, even better, have your boss bring it up at the quarterly science briefing. Okay? There's a good plan. I just traveled 20 straight hours to get here, sir. I haven't slept in 2 days. You need to read this, sir. You need to read it now. Let me guess. National geology crisis? Excuse me. Who do you report to? Oh, Lee Cavazos. Not anymore. Alan, bring Carl. You need to read it now. Let me guess. National geology crisis? Excuse me. Who do you report to? Lee Cavazos. Not anymore. Alan, bring Carl. Megan, we should take a shower. Sir, we're about to meet the president.
6 months ago,
All right.
I was made aware of a
So, what's the concept? A guy travels 20 hours on a plane. He's a technical staff. He gets into a high stakes environment where they're having big time fundraising gala. His bosses are in the room. He gets to the security. Charlie, they said, not here. He says, I work with, they say, Kai, you don't smell like you work here. Through some miracle, somebody recognizes him, a colleague. Says, what are you doing here? He takes his jacket. He's able to make his way. He goes to the boss. The rest, they say, is history. What is that concept I'm talking about? Confidence is a tool. That is the goal.
But we say he's got guts. He's got the guts.
It's a skill. It's an attribute. Persistence, well, but all that we see in there is what? Opportunity. Yeah. Just by him exhibiting confidence, number one, being expressive, articulate, knowing the right things to say, he got the ears of his boss's boss, who now changes circumstances and says, now you don't report to anybody, you report directly to me, the president. Such has been my story in my career back in insurance. I started out as a back office staff. Was sitting in a big office filled with underwriters, all kinds of people. An argument will come. Till I go run my mouth. See, everybody will say, this guy, you're wasting talent too. You should be amongst our sales force, our marketing force, going to sell our products and stuff. Well, as fate would have it, 7 months on into my work, the board decided that they will open a corporate marketing wing. So we'll wear suit and tie, Charlie. We'll sit in AC car. We'll go to companies and go and market our products. By the end of the day, we'll all say bye-bye to the car and we'll take trotro home. Charlie. You should see me 8 to 5 at Chalk for Charlie. Toyota Corolla in back at the read BFT. Hey, big, by the end of the day, Charlie, that's not my stroke. But long story short, when they went into the meeting for that, everybody was unanimous. For this new department, who do you have in mind? They say, oh, this way. Is it Jeremiah? Everybody say, oh, yes, that guy, yeah. Just by virtue of me being expressive, being articulate, knowing the right things to say, so top of mind, when opportunity came, I started doing that together with another colleague of mine. We had a supervisor and then our overall boss. I went out one time and same show, Westec here. Do you have an appointment? I said, no, but it's urgent. I need to see the boss. They said, well, if you don't have an appointment, we're sorry. We can't, seriously. Long story short, I left my card and I said that, please tell him I'm willing to have a conversation with him within this week. It was quite urgent. And then I left. The man was looking through his window. He saw this well-dressed guy together with his colleague who were entering their vehicle. Told the receptionist, call the guy. Long story short, I don't know if you can see from here. Is it clear enough? Okay. Can somebody read? So that they'll say, Madam, can you read from there? Oh, you are a newscaster.
Okay. Letter of commendation. This comes to commend and encourage you to continue your hard work and commitment in every duty assigned to you. A prospective client called to praise you for the good presentation skills you portrayed at a meeting in their office. This and other factors made it necessary for management to write and encourage you to keep up your good work. Moreover, management has noticed your dedication, can-do attitude, and always ensuring that you come out with results in everything you do. Continue to show efficiency, diligence, and devote your all for the betterment of the company. Keep it up. Yours faithfully, Priscilla Abedo, Human Resource Manager, and this came from Star Life Assurance Company, Corporate Markets Department.
But there was no money to it. Don't clap, don't clap, don't clap. There was no money to it. So we have these experiences as employees. Every time we will have to sell an idea, we would have to make presentations, we would have to communicate in whatever form. We are called to speak in public every time and any time. The question is, how do we prepare to speak in public? And when we do speak in public, how do we do that? What's the end game for us when we speak in public? My job here is to share a few thoughts as to how we can be effective in our delivery when speaking in public. The first thing I want to share is public speaking is a gift. First and foremost, it's a gift. Some people are just natural. They just have it. God has given it to them. But you and I can attest to the fact that somebody who works hard work will always be talent when hard work is persistent. So there are some people who are not natural orators. They are not natural public speakers, but they've worked hard. And by virtue of working hard, they are also pros. Can I give you two examples? Dr. Joyce Aye, how many of you have encountered her speaking in public? She's like hot knife through butter. On prio. And it just flows. One after. And you see, the thing about public speaking, and you're brofo. If I'm to ask a simple question, brother in blue, what is the state of the advertising and marketing industry in Ghana? Can you share with us? It's a random question. Oh, yeah. How do you go about that? The state of the advertising and marketing industry in Ghana. It's actually rising. And no away to me. Global Media Alliance, 360 Marketing Communications Company, globally affiliated. Charlie, somebody comes here from SC office and says, oh, I want to speak with the staff to know how the Ghana, terrain is like. What's the state of the marketing and advertising industry in Ghana? Senior, share with us some thoughts. Very effective, very efficient. Now, Enope, Madam, what would you say?
I would say it on a global level. Globally, advertising. No,
Allow.
Globally, there's been a shift from marketing and advertising traditionally to digitally.
Okay.
And that shift has trickled down. Now, with that trickling down, traditionally, we have the usual traditional way of advertising, radio, TV, out of home, and all of that. Those things are not, even though, yes, there are people that are still listening to or are being advertised to on those platforms. Now, we are more in the digital space. So people are pumping more money or are investing more into digital marketing. And people are able to reach their audience through that because it is not difficult to access information on your phone now.
Okay.
So the space has shifted to a more digital, the audience is more digital than the traditional space. So there's been a drop in marketing and advertising the traditional way and an increase in the digital way of marketing and advertising.
Okay, Senior.
Okay, so initially, in the past, marketing was done by corporations like big agencies.
Sure.
The focus was on them. They were the ones who had the power to project brands. But nowadays, with the everything going digital now, there's this space of influencers. It's now more the people who really make the change are those who are able to direct the traffic to themselves. So it has become more personal these days than it used to be, where corporations were leading the marketing drive.
Okay, let me take one more. Online. Okay, let me one more from here. You of the and marketing industry in Ghana. No answer. Okay, Madam.
Okay. So to add to what my colleagues have said, I want to say that it's evolving and brands are beginning to leverage storytelling in their approach and making their communication to be more localized and relatable to Ghanaians. So let's take a look at when we're doing the redenomination of the Ghana cedi, for instance. There was a lot of incorporation of storytelling in delivering what we needed to know. Until today, you can tell me that once you ask someone about the redenomination of the Ghana cedi, people know exactly what response to give to you. They know what 20 pesos is now and how it was 2000 and the relevance of the entire redenomination. So that's what I'm going to say.
In short, you've all answered the question. As to whether you are right or wrong, it doesn't matter. What matters is this. To the questioner, have you hit the nail on the head? So, the thing about public speaking, remember this thing we agreed on. It gives you what? An opportunity. So every chance you get to say something, it's either a temptation or an examination. One thing you need to understand is this: you cannot correct a first impression. So when you're asked a random question like this, it doesn't matter whether you are an expert or you are a novice. What the questioner wants to understand is how you think and how you flow. That's all. So as to what you said or what I can't say this one is wrong, this one, no. But the questioner will be the decider. He will leave with an understanding that, oh, okay, you are deep. Oh, you are shallow. Oh, you are this. But how can you satisfy yourself that you did a good job? So simple question like this: what is the state of the event, of the advertising and marketing industry in Ghana? You can start off with a pause. I would like to approach my answer from three perspectives: the past, the present, and what is the future, what is turning out to be the future. In the past, Ghana has been a traditional market relying on print, television, and this. Over the years, with the advent of technology, came digital tools, this and that and that and that. The entry of satellite television during this time paved way for X, Y, and Z. Currently, the market is open to A, B, C, and D. The future looks. You get what you get me? So you've structured your answer, and then at the end of it, you should be able to throw it back to the questioner and say, have I answered your question? Have I given you relevant context? If he wants to ask more, some more, allow him. One other way you can go about such a thing by making a good impression of yourself is to also ask a question. They say Ghanaians, we answer question by answer. But listen, somebody has asked you this broad question. You throw it back to him. It's a very broad question you've asked me. What exactly do you want to understand? Public speaking is an examination or a temptation. And once you make a first impression, that's it. You cannot erase it. So don't feel the need to respond to everything just because you have been put on the spot. But that answer that you gave, no idea. Well, it's not for me. There should never be a time where somebody asks you something and you say you have no knowledge, especially if you are in the industry. Try and at least approach it in a structured format. You can ask for time. Somebody has just asked you an impromptu question. Let me think. Okay. In my understanding, I think it's allowed. Don't rush into speaking just because no. You will make a fool of yourself. Seriously. So allow time and process the information before you speak. That's one thing. Let's come to another area of presentation. So the first one was impromptu speaking. The second one is presentation, where you have to present stuff. You're going before a board, you're going before clients, you're going to sell or pitch an idea. This is something I do on a daily, because every time, Mr. Jolo, we need you to MC this thing. Would you be kind to come through the office or come by the office? We want you to meet our MD, we want you to meet our board chair, this and that. Yesterday I was at GIS. I'm doing their 70th anniversary next week, Monday. I met with the board, stuff like that. Every day is a presentation day. So what do you do to improve your presentations? You should have something I call a routine. So how many of us are client service executives? How many are marketing executives? Sales executives? Okay. And how many of us are line managers who constantly do presentations? Share with me, what are your routines? I will share with you my routine. I watch a TED Talk a day. I watch a TED Talk a day. Every day I try to watch a TED Talk. I see how people present. The thing about my job is this. When you see a program, you will see welcome remarks. You will see other remarks. You will see keynotes. Do you see space for MC? So what does it tell you? I am not there to make speeches. My job is to connect the dots. And so if I talk more than 1 minute, I've wasted everybody's time. Because everybody has been given time. If you watch the program, 5 minutes prayer, the welcome address, 10 minutes, keynote, maybe 15 minutes. So there's no time for even MC. So what I do is that I try and look at other standards, and then build a certain routine. So it doesn't matter the platform. Put me anywhere. Today, right now, just throw me into any event. I have built a certain routine of presentations that I can fix into any platform or on any platform. So as a marketing executive or as a client service, you must have a certain routine. It may be to watch a TED Talk like me. It may be to, I don't know, you develop your own routine. What I also do is to listen to 6 a.m. news and 6 p.m. news. Because you see, I always say public speaking is about impression. You go into a meeting, they ask you randomly, tell us about this, or what do you know about this? You must be knowledgeable. It's not about the content per se, but it's about how informed you are. So for me, one important thing you need to do, build a routine that helps in your presentation. Number 2, let's talk about the enemies that fight us on stage. Nerves. How do we calm nerves? How do we overcome nerves? How do we battle those little demons of doubt? Or even mistakes on stage? How do we bounce back? Any examples, madam?
First of all, I believe that before you go on stage, you prepare. And okay, so I would say that first of all, before you go on stage, you prepare. And as much as you prepare very hard, but definitely before you get to the stage, there's going to be this small fright, but you relax. For me, what does it for me? I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, calm myself down, and I tell myself, I can do it. You can do it. So after that, then I just walk in and then I do whatever I'm supposed to do. That's what works for me anyway.
Okay. Is somebody joining us online? Lady Zaria, talk to us. Oh, then no, the voice has gone on low battery. Okay, we shall take a few more. Yes, sir.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
So when it comes to presentations, for me, it doesn't matter how long you have been on stages. It doesn't matter how long you have been having conversations with people. For me, what works for me is I look at the particular people I'm going to speak to and how they react when you speak with them. So most of the times, how you connect with them, as you said, is very important. And if you tell yourself you can do it, definitely it's in your conscience. So once you tell yourself that this is just 5-10 minute presentation, you can do it. That's what works for me.
Sharp. Positive mindset. Okay. Let's take a few more. Yes, ma'am.
I think one thing I have learned is that people don't know what you are presenting. You are the only one who knows what you are presenting. So if you realize that you make a mistake, just quickly recover and then go. But like I said, you're the only one who has knowledge of what you are presenting. Whoever you're presenting to is seeing it for the first time. So you shouldn't think that they think that you've probably made a mistake to make you nervous.
There's some way. Some way. Let's take a few more. Yes, sir.
Yes, I think for me, what works is that I get to familiarize myself with the people, first of all, before I actually get into stand in front of them. So I make sure I get to the place early and see the people that are coming on board. And then I always have a trigger, like something that when I step up there, I ask them that can create an engagement, and then we get to, be on board, laugh over something, and then we move on to the main deal. That's
Okay.
all.
Okay. Let me take one more. Yes, sir.
Okay, for me, I think my nerves are calmed when I prepare for whatever speech I'm going to give. When I'm adequately prepared, most of the time when you step on stage, your nerves are a bit calmer. But when you are not prepared, that is when the is heightened. So the fright is there. So I'll say prepare, and you'll be able to overcome that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take the last one.
So for me, it depends on the group, the kind of people you are doing the presentation with too. So for me, no matter how prepared I am, if I'm doing a presentation to my colleagues or my age group level, I'm so calm, relaxed. But at a certain level, Charlie, your nerves, even though you know your stuff, but you still be shaking small. So those are the things that if you could help us
Okay.
deal with that.
Okay. Okay. There are two C's. There's what we call competence, and there's what we call confidence. Competence feeds into confidence. How do we become competent? Preparation, knowing our stuff. And then it translates into confidence. However, being on stage is a different ballgame. You can know your stuff, you can be confident you know your stuff, but being on stage is a whole different kettle of fish. There is another skill set you need to master in order to present. I can share some tools. Number one, know your audience. Back to what you said, madam, that you are the only one who knows your stuff. Hey, Samuel, can I submit to you humbly that there are three people you talk to every day? Those who know more than you, those who know as much as you, and those who know very little. Talk to them every day. But the question is, how do you communicate to all of them? Effortlessly, seamlessly, efficiently. How do you do that? So, number one, keep your message simple. Build a structure that keeps your message simple. It is appreciated by the technical guy, it's appreciated by the guy in the middle, and it's appreciated by the one down there. But if you only want to speak to one segment, you're prepared to speak to only one segment, and you want to go all hardcore, technical, when you miss something, Charlie, it's hard to come back. But if you keep it simple, you've appealed to everybody. Number two, be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. And you see, it's not on stage that you are going to experiment something that you haven't done before. The stage is where the light is. If you have dirt on you, we will see. If you are light, we will see. If you are heavy, the light will expose. So, number one, build a structure, keep it simple. Number two, be yourself. Number three, be resilient. Have the confidence to bounce back when something goes wrong. How do you do that? Me, I humor myself. But you see, you do it in a tasteful way. And mind the words, you do it in a tasteful way. When you're on stage, trust me, 95%, almost 99% are rooting for you to succeed. Me standing in front of people, well, I see that likeness for you diminishes when they see that you are not being yourself. You are putting on airs. You are not, then so when something happens to you, they don't sympathize with you. One other thing too that a lot of people don't really observe when they're on stage is the fact that once you are minded of the fact that there are people who know more than you, be humble and try and come off as teachable to the best of my knowledge, in my own belief, in my you are quick to, and when something is said to correct you, take it in good faith. By so doing, your presence on stage is enhanced. People just like, and you see the thing about public speaking is that you are selling yourself. If they don't like you, they won't listen to anything that you're saying. You can't engage. They will tune off. Let me show you something that happened a few years ago. Fearful. Oh. Let's be focused out of order as I ask that we be seated and hold ourselves in readiness for the first plenary. That sounds good. Good morning to you all and welcome to day 2 of the World Trade Promotions Organizations Conference happening right here. Okay, let me. And on behalf of the ITC and GEBA, I'd like to say thank you all for coming in your numbers for day 2. Yesterday started off on a very glorious place. That's what happens when you don't say I'm very cross. Jerry Dickens, man. Yesterday started on a very glorious. Okay, so let's. Oh, really? No, I haven't used it. I haven't do. It's the high. Oh, that's the volume. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. It's here that I want to start. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Firstly, 10 o'clock, let me focus out of order as I ask that we be seated and hold ourselves in readiness for the first plenary. Good morning to you all and welcome to day 2 of the World Trade Promotions Organizations Conference happening right here at the Battery Hotel Accra. My name is Jerry Atololo, and on behalf of the ITC and GEBA, I'd like to say thank you all for coming in your numbers for day 2. Yesterday started off on a very glorious place. That's what happens when you don't say I'm very cross. Jerry Dickens, man. Yesterday started on a very glorious note, culminating in the awards in the evening. Let's say a big congratulations to all the award winners. And so this morning, I believe you're all rested and your voices were very. So glitch. It was a bad glitch. I was talking too fast. I was pretending to be Sarkodie. And the thing is, where are you in a rush to? Yes, there'll be pressure on you. Charlie guy, we need to, and especially when you are doing, senior, you know, me and you, Charlie, president will come, event is 1.5 hours, they say you should do it in 45. Sometimes they say you should do it in 30. So you have to rush up, but still relax, be in control. Limit the words you speak, but don't increase your speed. You only increase your speed when you have a lot of words. Is that not so? So rather reduce the words and maintain your speed. So instead of starting off by saying, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Alisa Hotel, where this morning we're having this and that and that and that and that. Why don't you just say, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is this and that and that and that. Please help me welcome for our welcome. Same thing. No, but you see, me, even with all I do, with all these years, 10 years of being this thing, can I submit to you that everything I see on stage, I script it? I can show you all my programs that I've look, my name is this and that, and I script everything head to toe. But you see, the thing is this, it's a guide, it's not a rule. So when I go to a program and I look at the setting and I look at my script, I look, is this appropriate for this? If it's not, skip it. We did a Free Exim Bank, their 30th AGM here. Oh, the program started 1 hour, 10 minutes late. 1 hour, 10 minutes late. Imagine, we have about 9 heads of state. All of them too are talking. Charlie, the president of Africa Exim Bank, they gave him 15 minutes to talk, but it's his program. The guy did a presentation for 51 minutes. As soon as he finished, president could not hold it, Charlie. He was going to the restroom because he wanted to be, but Charlie, I could leave that. So he was enduring. So as soon as the guy finished, so they were worried. They told the president, I said, no, relax. He's not leaving. Don't worry, he's just going to. So when the president came back, 3 other heads of state had to speak before his, but Charlie State Protocol said, no, in fact, we can't. So we had to alter the program. President spoke, he left, and then we continued. In such a case, senior, what do you understand? We are MC. Introduce the thing. It's not now that you are coming to run your mouth. No. There's no time for that. So if you see, effective presentation deals with the concept of brevity. They say it's the soul of wit. Less is more. So I beg you, the only way, this one is the only sure banker to effective presentation and communication is to keep it simple and short. That's all. No long things. So we've been able to talk about what? Impromptu, presentations. We've been able to talk about corporate presentations or presentations in general. Let's conclude with one other item. Let's talk about feedback. How do you improve without feedback? There are 3 kinds of feedback. The one that you give yourself, the one that others give you, and then there's the one that you are not given at all, but you ought to know. It's objective. So let me give a typical example. For me, whenever I speak, I record. I'm recording on my phone. Where is it? So as soon as I sit in my car, ding, I connect the audio. Why? It helps me to know what I said that I should have said better. What I said that I shouldn't have said at all. And what I should have said that I didn't also say at all. That's why I script. So when I listen to the audio vis-a-vis my script, vis-a-vis what people said, I'm able to make my own observations and give myself feedback. So when I go to X, Y, and Z and I ask for feedback, I know in part how the feedback will look like. If the person is flattering, I know. If the person is speaking the truth, I know. If the person is just condescending, just talking down on me, that one too, I know. Then there is that other bit where, like the Bible says, your spirit bears testimony with God's spirit. You know, based on the way things turned out. Nobody has to tell you. You could read the room. You could tell that, nah, this one there, you were not your best. The audience too reacted in a way that showed you that. So you don't need to even ask for feedback. So for me, feedback is necessary because it helps you progress. But what do you do with feedback? For me, I document feedback. So every event I do, I create a file. Hard file, soft file. It helps because when I'm doing another event which is related, number one, I don't have to do research from ground up. I'm doing Bank of Ghana, GIS at 70. It's a school. I've done other milestones, but I haven't done a school at 70. But it's not so strange. So I can borrow from other institutions things concerning 70th anniversary, pick from that and build on. However, GIS's message is entirely different from any other organization. So based on how I prepare, based on how I do everything, I get the feedback from a similar event that I did. Was I able to articulate the message that was given to me to articulate? Was I able to? So when you have all those things marked out, when you step onto your next stage, you will shine. But if you just go blind, oh, Charlie, the sun is up, it's a brand new morning, Charlie, it's time to see God's, you will mess up. You always go prepared. And you see, the thing about my kind of work is that you meet almost the same people every day. Ghana is just a recycled crowd. It's the same pockets of people. If you talk of birthday parties, oh, you meet the same faces. And so if three people have given you feedback and you meet them consistently, what do? It makes your work easy because you know the expectation. So when you are going into it, Charlie, you are informed. You're not going to toy. You're not going, no. But one other thing too, which a lot of people don't do, is research. And research comes from a place of you yourself being hungry to know. When you meet a client, the clients, majority of the time, know what they want. I can say almost 100%, they know what they want. Their problem is articulating well what they want. So the best way to also deliver is to listen. When you listen to a client very well, you know exactly what they want. If you don't get it, even if you get it, put it across again. Do I understand that you mean X, Y, and Z? Let him confirm, or let her confirm. Then with that, you know that, Charlie, you get filler. There are certain things, when I go to a client, there are certain things a client cannot say in the microphone on stage. GIS is 70. They have issues. I do events for companies. They have issues they want to put across. They have concerns they want to. They can't say it in the mic to the president. You are their chairman. Find an intelligent way of putting it across. So what do? You listen and craft the message and send it to them. Is this exactly what you mean? When they confirm, you're good to go. So in short, let's bring this conversation to a close. The tools or the keys to effective public speaking is number one, to know your voice. Know who you are. You get it? What kind of presenter are you? Are you a fast talker? Are you a slow talker? Find your voice. Be yourself. When you find yourself, make sure you improve on that self. Nobody wants you Somebody to say, look, this is me, take me. Nobody wants you. They want the best version of you. Ken Oforiatta, if you listen to him, what comes across? Slow, but what comes across? Depth. As opposed to other people who speak fast, but Charlie, Professor, you get it. So find your voice. If you're a slow person, just keep that way. Number 2, know your audience. Know who you're talking to. Invest in research. Ask the right questions to elicit the right answers, which will help you in your presentation. And if you do so, Charlie, the world will be yours.
Okay, so this will be the time we'll take a few questions. Who would want to start?
Hello, Jerry.
Senior.
So you know that some people may know their stuff very well, but genuinely, they are not public speakers, like technical people. Me, for instance, I know my stuff, but Charlie, standing in front of people and present sometimes exactly what I actually mean, sometimes becomes a bit difficult. So I prefer that when I have somebody like Mr. C around me, who understand how I work and how I do my stuff, sometimes better explain stuff. So is it advisable? Because for me, I really have an issue with that. In speaking in public, sometimes you even feel it in my voice that it's shaking like a pregnant mosquito. So I hope it's normal. It's normal.
Let me ask something. Who made you a technical person?
It's something I have a passion in it, you know.
Exactly. So you can also become a communicator if you have passion for it. That's number 1. Number 2, for me, public speaking, like I said, first, is a gift. But secondly, it's a skill. You have to develop it. And the thing is this, what has helped me is that whenever I'm talking to an audience, I'm not talking to everybody. I'm talking to one person at a time. I've talked to you all, but I've talked to you. I've talked to you. I've talked to you. I don't talk to everybody at a go. So find that which works for you. Treat every talk as a conversation between you and a friend. No. See, what is the context? You are going to talk about DSLR cameras and versus this and that before board and management. They are not technical people. You want to walk them through. Simple question. How many of you have used cameras before? Break the ice. Okay. In the world of cameras, we have X, we have Y, we have Z. Am I connecting? Break. You see, we try to make things technical, naturally. That's how we've been wired. That's how we've been trained through our educational system. If you sound technical, you are brilliant. But the thing is, at the end of the day, Steve Jobs and all these people that we look up to, they break things down granular. They are the ones who do presentations. It's not the sales manager. It's the CEO. But in a part of the world, the CEO must be some technical god. He sits somewhere, Charlie, nowhere. It's marketing manager. No. And you see, it has become a part of our life in such a way that in corporate life, those who are able to communicate, they rise to the top. So recently, there was an issue in the banks. A couple of CFOs had distinguished themselves and they were looking for the top job. Charlie. And exactly that's what happened. They had no core credits. Because their whole life has been talking technical, doing technical. Listen. So one of them was so embittered that a promotion passed him by. So he went to the board chair. And you know what the board chair told him? He says, listen, my guy, step out of your comfort zone. Pick an appointment in a smaller market. So it's a group. So pick an appointment in, let's say, Liberia or Sierra Leone. And then with that, you'll be recognized. You will build on your public speaking, you build on your this and that. But in a competitive place like Ghana or Kenya, you can't rise just from CFO straight. No. So he took that bold step, stepped out of Ghana, went into a small market where he was thrown into the furnace, improved his public speaking, this and that, was on TV, this and that. And then they took him to Tanzania and then eventually brought him back to Ghana. He became MD. And before he retired, they took him to Kenya. Now, as I speak, guess what? He's the board chair of EcoBank Ghana. So the thing is, we try to box ourselves into certain situations. I'm a technical. No. You can unlearn that. You can change your mold. I started off as a technical person. I was thrown into that. That's what I got. But in there, everybody could see that, Charlie, the guy, this is not his thing. So I can talk the technical. But the thing is, at the end of the day, who does it benefit? So for me, find that which works for you when it comes to public speaking. If yours is to talk slow, talk slow. If yours is to break things down, break them down. But don't put the barriers around you. That one, Charlie, nobody else can remove it by yourself. I hope I've answered your question. I beg. Yes.
Hello.
You find your voice and you realize that you're a slow talker.
I'm trying.
Okay, so you go on stage, you are talking, but you know sometimes with the audience, well, when you're a slow talker like that, the place become very boring at times. How do you crack some kind of yes?
Every event is like composition. There's an intro, there's the body, and there's the conclusion. Now, as a public speaker, we have what we call tools of engagement. What are the tools? Wit, content, humor. These are known tools to public speakers. So how do you engage? You can use wit. Some people are just naturally witty. Chief Witty Officer, Kwame Sefakai. You cannot be, no. Another person who comes close, Bernard Avle. Very witty. At the same time, too, somebody like Bernard has depth. So he can change the dynamics of the place with his content. He'll come up with some insight that Charlie, nobody has. That's him. Somebody to his is humor. Charlie, he will knock you off with some humor that Charlie, you know. So find that which works for you. If you are before CEOs, what is the occasion? We're doing Bank of Ghana commissioning the building. What is the mood they want? They want a celebratory mood, but one that is very respectful of the guests. So we have the whole of Ghana there. President, First Lady, Vice's wife, Chief Justice. You have that. It's a national event. But they don't want business as usual. They want it to be up-tempo, but at the same time too, quite moderated. How do you start something like that? And how do you maintain the momentum? So I started off with a scripture. And then it built up. Simple scripture. By wisdom, a house is built. By understanding, it is established. Ladies and gentlemen, just take a look at this building and tell me there was no wisdom and understanding at play. Put your hands together and let's celebrate. Then quickly a resolve came down. Okay? No. You see, no, but you see, no. You see, I'm telling you, public speaking, and yet, then no, you are waiting. No. You must look. If you see my what do they call that card? I don't call it. I have a big spreadsheet on my desk. One event, I can do 4 different intros. But the thing is, when you get there eventually, you look at the mode, you see which one will fit. And then in the course of the event also, you must flow. And you see one thing, people don't listen. A lot of people, they react. They listen to react. They don't listen to understand. So it's an event or an engagement of sorts. People are saying things. What are they saying? What can you take from them and add to yours and give it a lift? But all they know is that, oh, this person has made his remarks. Okay, thank you very much. The next person on the... You have not helped the event. So take what somebody has said, add a little to it, push it up, lift it. And you see, the thing is, everything is possible when it comes to public speaking and engaging with audience. Everything is possible, but not everything is permissible. Everything is possible. When you work with somebody like Nanado, hey, hard guy. There are days where he's giving. He would give of himself. I mean, seriously. There are days too that nothing moves him. Well, you try heaven and earth. So what do? Take it at first principle. Basic, respectful, nice, simple, and then let it build up. And then watch, observe. When you see that there's the need to pivot. We did one program like that. It was after one of these after conferences. It was 2020 election time. Charlie threw out the whole thing, old man ball. I don't know, for some reason, he was just not himself. So when we're ending, I ended by saying, well, time check is exactly 11 this and that. We're finished 15 minutes ahead of time. I guess that's what they call comfortable lead. Everybody, and I look at the president says, I receive it. So you see, at last, I was able to get him to, but you have to be very observant. You have to be and be in the mood, So that's how I'll answer your question. I think we are gradually wrapping up. I'll take a few more. Yes, sir.
Yes, I think one thing you just mentioned is that I've realized that as a public speaker, you need to know your Bible so that you know when to make jokes out of it when it's needed. And you have to know your Bible. Please, I want to know. I mean, I always tell people that I'm always in character when I'm talking to the microphone or I'm in front of people, because I'm so much afraid. I'm very, very scared when getting in front of people. But in the end, I'm able to deliver. Like, is it okay? Like, is it so okay to be that nervous, that scared, that Charlie, you might not be able to perform well? Like, what are people going to say about you after your presentation, whatsoever? Like, is it okay? Or is just, sometimes you have to be frightened by the job. Like, I hear that a lot, and that makes you feel like, okay, you are the right path.
There's something they call awareness, self-awareness. Who are you? First. If you recognize who you are first, I mean, the job is done. Then you recognize who the others are. You have an awareness of who your audience also are. Then the job is done. But if you don't have an awareness of yourself, it's hard to have an awareness of the audience. You will be trying to guess. You'll be trying to just try my way. But it shouldn't be like that. Me, I know what I carry. I know who I am. Sometimes I go to places, it's not even about words. Sometimes it's about shada. Because I'm as detailed as knowing my audience's favorite color? I just came from a program. I wasn't the MC. Nyaho partnered with Prime Pharmacy, something to do. The biggest party in all of this is Nyaho. What's their color? So I went to identify. So you need to know what you carry first of all. Everybody who they say, Jerry dear, wallahi, hey, you come in your colors, he will talk like you think that he's your star. Find that which makes you you first. When you sorted that one out, that's what the audience is the simplest thing to do. With time, you will get to know. And with things like feedback, with things like research, you will see that, oh, what you have, as a matter of fact, it's appreciated. You just need to find a way of presenting it to the relevant audience. There are some people, I can never please. There are some platforms I can never be on in Ghana. Imagine me on Ghana Meets Niger. No, seriously, imagine Bernard Affle going to do Ghana Music Awards. Just it will happen. He doesn't have what it takes. I don't. So also imagine Abeku Santana doing Ghana Economic Forum. And yeah, bro. But you see, there's a certain image, if you don't have it, you don't have it. Nana Mama Brown in all her glory, you get it, can never do something like what? Let's some exactly. I mean, oil and gas conference. I mean, Charlie. And it's not about brofo. She can be given a script, all right. She can chew the script. But in the delivery, you see that, nah, this is not her thing. No disrespect. You get it. So you must be aware of who you are. Last time I was there, they called me, they said, what? President's Cup. That was last year. The Minister of Sports said he wanted. I said, me. He said, yeah, this and that, because the president. I said, no, it's not because the president is coming. Do sports. Have you seen me do sports before? There's a whole vibe with sports and to take. I don't have it. So I said he should call Nat. He should call. And truly, when they do those things, not me. You get it. So see, in summary, for me, your question is about awareness. Be aware of yourself. Know what you carry. Know what works for you. And then with that, you'll be able to know the audience, what works for them. I'm told there are some people online too. Okay, we'll come to them. Let me take one from here. Yes.
Okay, so my question is, in the aspect of presentation, how do you establish eye contact and what is the purpose of it? Because some people can just take a script and just be reading it and not look at the audience. They'll just read it. So then how do you establish eye contact with your audience?
Contact, I look at you, you do look at me. But you see, the thing is this, for me, like I always say, I talk to one person at a time. Right now, I'm looking at you, I'm saying these words, but I can't look at you alone. So what I do is that I take blocks of my submission. So let's say I'm greeting everybody at a program. I start. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Alisa Hotel, where this morning we're joined by X, Y, and Z. My name is Jerry Ajololo, and for the next few minutes, I'd like to be your this and that. I've looked at different people, said different things, but I've spoken to one person at a time. That's how it works for me. But the thing too is, some people, Drew. So let me share this with you. Somebody like Asante Hene, working for Asante Hene is not easy. There is, look, in every high-profile person, there's a certain aura around them, like it or not. On one-on-one, when you meet him, you will sense that. But you experience it the heaviest when you're on stage and when you even tend to speak to him. Charlie, it is intense. It's heavy. So but you need to do that too. So if I'm addressing Asante Hene, Your Majesty Asante Hene, in 26 years of your reign, Ghana has known peace and stability thanks to you and the example you set through your foundation and this and that and that. Today affords us an opportunity to hear from you your wisdom on this theme that we're reflecting on. It is with great delight and a sense of privilege I invite you to speak to us. All this, I'm looking at him saying it all. But there are times I look into his eyes, there are times I look at his side. Charlie, no, seriously, you can look at some people in their face. Charlie. You lie. Because as you are talking, at a point, his face flattens. At a point, too, it's so with a lot of big people. So the thing about eye contact, you need to be tactful. As I'm watching you, I'm looking into your eyes, but I'm looking at your side. I'm deflecting small. So it's a technique you have to build. You know. Shall we take our friends online? Lady Vida, we're all ears.
Hello. Oh, my question has been answered in your last 3 submissions. So the question actually be answered, and then the one the lady just answered, you have just asked. So I am fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom. Lady Saratu.
Hi, Mr. Jerry, once again. I want to know how important body languages are during presentations, and then what techniques you can use to calm yourself down. Sometimes you may think, for sales people like this, when we go for meetings or workings, we think sometimes we think we are going to meet maybe the secretary or the assistant, but sometimes you go and then you meet the whole marketing team leaders and maybe sometimes the managers. So I would want to learn it too from you, how to go about your body languages when you meet such situations.
By all means, be expressive, but number one rule, be yourself. Me, pacing on stage is not my thing. By my training, I deliver standing at one place. But standing at one place, I'm not dull. I do gestures. But to move up and down, I can't. I'll be distracted. I'll lose focus. For some people too, they feel that no, standing at one place is not their thing. So they want to move. If you know me, at our events, GMA, I'll always insist on mic stand because I can't hold mic and stand straight and talk. It's too much for me. But if it's off me, I can do my hands. I can do other things. So you need to know that which works for you, number one, when it comes to gestures and body language. But by all means, certain things, dear, whether you walk up stage or whether you do a smile, no matter where you stand, a smile must come. Raising of a few hands, that one, no matter what, it must come. But it mustn't go beyond your face or up to your face. Then that one, there's drama. You see, so moderation is the key word in that, but it also comes from knowing what works best for you. I hope I've answered your question. Okay. To this end, beloved in the Lord, the greatest gifts ever known to man, apart from life and health, is the ability to speak. By all means, improve your public speaking. Polish it. It's the difference between life and death. Bible itself says life and death is in the power of the tongue. And so it is in corporate life. Your promotion or otherwise is in the power of your tongue. How you say it, when you say it, and to who you say it. And the sad thing is when you think that my work should speak for me, and your work is not speaking for you. Your work can only speak for you when you speak about your work or somebody speaks about your work. But in a world where you cannot be sure of somebody speaking for you, I beg you, why don't you speak for yourself? And so the next time we meet, I want to hear stories like, because of this little talk, Charlie, I polished my public speaking and it has enhanced my opportunities at work. It has enhanced my opportunities outside, amongst friends, in my community. It has enhanced my opportunities elsewhere. And a few things that you can do. Number one, volunteer. Number two, document. Number three, take feedback. And number four, by any means necessary, be better, improve. I thank you for your time and your attention.
Yes, it's been an amazing time, and we're so grateful to Team HR for always upgrading our experience in terms of the trends and what's happening around our field of work. So let's make welcome the head of Human Resource Global Media Alliance, Fafa Weho, for the vote of thanks. Let's put our hands together for her, please, and receive her warmly.
I knew that the phone was not missing because my people are very honest. Okay, I want to see our dear speaker today. So Jerry has become a personal friend of mine, and he knows a lot of big people. I don't consider myself to be a big person, but yet when I telephoned him, he answered the call. And I am indeed really privileged that you made time. You're very busy. He's extremely busy. In fact, I'm sure prior to 2025, if I had called him, I don't even think that he would have seen my call. But now we have him here. And Jerry, we are really grateful to you for being here with us today and educating us about the importance and the essence of public speaking. I am hoping that subsequent to this, when we approach some of you, even from the HR department, that you should come and MC our Christmas party or MC Employees Day, or you should even moderate one of our theme talk sessions or any training session. You will willingly and happily, eagerly rush to do that, because it's part of what we do here at GMABC every day. We are always talking, we're always speaking. Those who are on air, I don't even want to use them anymore. I want to use those who are not on air, because I know that among us, there are people who have those skills. And so, Mr. Yanks, now I'll be coming to you. Very Jerry, thank you so much for being here. We have another session after this, a training session, but it was supposed to even start at 1. But people were engaging, they were interested, and I think that you've also been able to sustain our engagement, and we are grateful that you came here. Thank you, and please let's give him a round of applause. Our director is here, Timothy Kakari, Dr. Kakari. So when we informed him that you were coming, he was really excited. So he left another meeting to try and get here before you left. So thank you. That's how much impact you have on us. Thank you so much.
Because this is a public speaking training, if I say I won't speak, they'll say I didn't learn anything. Boss, thank you very much for coming. In fact, let me shake you. Thank you, man. Charlie, I've been wanting to shake this man since 2020, but you don't even get the chance to shake him. So, Boss Papa, thank you very much for bringing him to our doorsteps. Those of you who haven't met him before, you better take pictures today, because next month you may see him at the launch of something, and you cannot go near where he's standing. So you better take the selfie today, so that when they are blocking you, remove the photo and show, Charlie, please, I know this man. Anyway, for those who put me on the spot, Joel and Co, please note that your query is on the table. Thank you.
Please, I would like us to go outside when we are done and take a group picture with Jerry, so that we can remember this moment for the rest of our lives. So please, we'll do that when we are done. So Mrs. T, I hand over to you to close us, and then we can. Thank you.
Okay, so before we have our closing prayer, I'd like to remind us that once we're done with the picture, let's just return to have our graduation ceremony. It's going to be very brief. And those who qualify to get their certificates will be getting it today as well. So let's bow our heads in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this gathering and how possible you made it for us to understand the conversations, the contributions, and even the effort that we are all putting into making ourselves better public speakers. We are asking that you help us in this journey. May we always remember today and refer to it and say, this is how we started, and this is where we are. Good news is going to come after this time with you. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen. So please, let's all go outside. Thank you.
Uh, as I'm talking to you now, I can feel some burning sensations in my tummy because speak you.
Oh, so you didn't learn anything?
Oh, I learned a lot. I think this is a very good avenue for young ones coming up like this to take this bold initiative to be able to liquidate our fears and step up to the plate wherever they call us and deliver, not just deliver top notch for the world to know that there is some young generation called the Gen Zs that are taking over the. I was put on a platform just in point.
Zaria. Hello, Princess AJ.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Guys, thank you so much for joining. It's over, so you can
Oh,
say
okay.
bye-bye.
I
Right?
thought the next
That's right,
session.
that's right. You know how it goes, bro. Yeah. It's all right, Zaria, Emmanuel, AJ. Zaria,
Eh,
what do you say? Please come again.
I was going to say that I'll watch the graduation like via Zoom, or you guys are not going to do it.
Oh, okay. You want us to also project? Okay, sure. Then be on, okay? Okay.
Somebody to manage. You're the pre-code man.
Hi, Delphina. Happy to have you here.
Somebody to manage.
I've been here from the beginning, actually.
Oh, sorry.
My network
Sorry.
Public speaking.
is messed up, so I joined up here. Who's talking?
Delphina, what did you learn?
Oh, wait, who is this?
This is
Kafui?
this is
Oh my god. Hey, Jacob, stop shouting my name.
I should stand in front of here. So you can see me. Hello. Hi.
Hi, Nana.
Oh. You figured it out. Yes, it's me.
They can't the classroom.
Yeah. Oh, the class we come. Oh.
Oh, speaking.
The class we come. Oh.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Hello, guys. So I'll just, yes, good. I'll keep you entertained whilst we get into the next session. We'll be having our great teacher, you know him, right? Jude Kwesi Lever. Yeah, he has decided that we are going to dance first before the next session. So don't worry, we'll be. Yeah, hi. Okay.
What does that do?
Chunima.
Wow, Nana. Wow, Nana.
Oh my goodness. All right, some few minutes we'll start. Okay. Charlie, bro. I didn't know assistant. Oh, yes. Ube ya mama switching. As you see, Ube ya mama switching. To go asim. Ouch.
Which job you have Mr. Terrible?
Oh, it's over? I don't
Oh.
even look for them, so.
No, I can't play music.